something very special for you all. Aftershoot Retouch keeps getting better and better, and in order to show you how it works and what it can do for you, I'm going to try and beat it. That's it. I am going to edit a portrait how I normally would edit a portrait, and I'm also going to edit the same image but using Aftershoot Retouch. The objective is to compare my speed versus the speed of AI and also see what different results I can get. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to try and keep all of the retouching within Lightroom. Since it's speed what I'm aiming for, I'm gonna try and avoid going back and forth between Lightroom and Photoshop. Also, since I'm going to be removing and retouching flaws in portraits, so people's skin, and I don't wanna put anyone on the spot, well, as a model today, I've chosen me. Deal with it. With that being said, timer on screen, let's get started. Okay, so I already have my portraits in Lightroom. What I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna edit the skin. I got some little things here. Oh, by the way, I tend to make a lot of mistakes while I'm doing my videos, so I usually edit those out. But in order to keep the timer running, I'm just gonna go through them. So I'm sorry if I make any grammatical errors or whatever. English is not my first language. Okay, enough time. I got some acne here, some face shine, some very rough skin. And I'm going to try and work on all of that the way I usually would if I'm only doing it within Lightroom. So the first thing I am going to do is I'm going to grab my brush, which is right here, and I'm going to brush the areas that I want softened. So basically the skin in the face. So that will be all of this. I'm going to try and avoid my eyebrows and some of my beard and stuff like that. Okay, so this is a very quick thing to do. Some of this area here and here. Okay, that looks about right. Also, when I am retouching portraits, I try to also retouch a little of the neck skin. Otherwise, there's too much separation between what I've done in the top part of the face to what the actual skin is in the neck. So it looks kind of fake here, but kind of rough down here. So okay, I've already selected all of that. I'm gonna go find the clarity and bring the clarity down a little, like 30 something, and then the texture a little too. Okay, that looks good enough. Now, if you see the before and after, there's already some softening going on. Perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I am going to work on the little blemishes. For that, I'm going to go closer, so like 200%, perfect, and I'm going to get the remove heal tool. So I'm gonna grab the little blemishes like this one here, and I'm gonna, it's not cloning, but it's kind of mixing things out a little bit. So I'm gonna get this here too, and I am going to get this little thing here too. There's a little line here, I'm gonna get rid of that too. Let's see, what else is very visible? Some freckles here, some little freckles here too. This is very quick, but I am trying to aim for speed like I already said. Messed up with my, I'm gonna try and remove this face shine here. I don't know if that's gonna work. I would usually do this in Photoshop, but maybe if I select this area of the skin. Okay, perfect. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get rid of this though, but it doesn't matter. So good. What do I have so far? Okay, so it's not a bad portrait. I mean, I'm still working on it, but it's definitely softer than what I started with. If I go to 100% and I compare it to the previous one, yeah, you can already tell I've done some retouching. I'm gonna try and reduce a little bit of my dark bottom eyes, whatever it's called. I told you, English is not my first language. So then I'm gonna go closer to 100% again. I am going to grab the brush. I'm gonna brush right underneath, just on that area, just here too. I'm gonna bring that clarity down again. I feel like there's a little color change. I have to fix that a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, kind of that. Shadows, not so shadowy. Okay, I'm still gonna leave the line, because that kind of makes it look natural. If I were to get rid of the line, it would look something like this, which I usually don't recommend. Then it looks like I have no, I'm not human. You see? So that, no, I want to keep the line. So let's go back to it. Both lines are there, perfect. I'm gonna soften the skin a little more. Also, there's some wrinkles there. I'm just gonna leave them. Oh, look, I almost left out an acne. That's the thing. When you're doing this manually, you have to see things. If you don't see them, you might miss out on them. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the face mask. I'm trying to do it quick. And I'm gonna reduce that clarity and that texture a little more. Not too much, but a little. Just so I can see the portrait kind of retouched. Okay, that looks better. And now I'm gonna whiten my teeth a little bit because usually the color of your teeth have to match the color of your eyes. So, no, not the colorful area of your eyes. This part here. Again, I don't know what it's called. This is English. Okay, so I'm gonna select the teeth. Now, many of you guys already know that there is an AI mask for the teeth and the skin in your face. It's detecting, like, this is the person, right? And now it's gonna give me options to actually get my facial skin and everything like that. But if you see the facial skin, it's including some of the beard, which I didn't include, and my eyebrows, and it's bleeding a little into my teeth and my hair. So I don't really like using it. I'm gonna try the teeth one, see if it, yeah, you got the teeth right, okay? Create mask, perfect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna desaturate the teeth a little bit. Then I am going to bring the whites up a little too, not too much. Good. And then change the white balance a little more. So that's pretty much it. Let me see, let me check it out. Oh no, too much. Those teeth are too bright. Looks like a bad dentist appointment. Okay, whites down a little bit. Let's see if that works. It looks better. It looks better. I would still tone it down a little more. Let's see if I don't desaturate it so much. And that's about it. This portrait is pretty much done. Let me just double check the skin in the face. Would I add some more? Yeah, I might add a little of this portion of the face just to soften that a little more too. I'm trying not to affect the beard too much because the beard does need texture. Okay, stop the timer. I am done. Okay, so we're done. That's basically how long it took me to edit one portrait inside of Lightroom. Now I'm gonna do the same thing, but inside of Aftershoot Retouch. Timer starts now. Okay, so we have the same portrait. I'm gonna scroll so I can get closer to the image so I can see my face. And I'm gonna basically move the sliders. Acne, freckle, blemish removal, forehead wrinkle, eye bags, that was a big one. Teeth whitening, just a little, not too much. Face smoothing, that's good. Oh, face shine, nice. It didn't have this one the first time I tried it. Let's get rid of that too. And that's basically all that I did, right? Oh, the neck. Body smoothing, I guess. There we go. Not, let's see what it does. Maybe a little more. And nice job. Can we see the before and after here? Yes. Before and after. Before. Oh, I like how it got rid of the face shine here and it reduced the face shine here too. Look at that. And after. Face shine, where are you? I want to bring it to the end. Boom. And I would say this portrait is pretty much done. Now, as you can see, there is a huge time difference with me editing the portrait manually and Aftershoot Retouch doing it for me. Now, you gotta remember, this is just me editing or retouching one image. If I wanted to retouch more images, I would have to manually go and select the face, select the teeth, try to delete the little freckles and blemishes and whatever, manually each time. So whatever time it took me to retouch that first portrait, I would have to double it or triple it or times 10 or times 20, depending on how many portraits I have. But if I use Aftershoot Retouch, all I gotta do is copy the settings and just paste them along a group of photos, and then I'm done. So in reality, even though just retouching one photo is quicker, when you're thinking about 20, 30 images, you're definitely gaining time. So there you go, that's how much time Aftershoot Retouch can save you. Now you gotta remember, this is still in beta, so as time goes by, the AI is only gonna get better. I'm gonna leave both photos in the end of the video so you guys can compare the retouch I did versus the retouch Aftershoot Retouch did for me. Now, as always, don't forget to follow Aftershoot in all of our social media to be always up to date with the latest we have to offer. See you guys in the next one. Bye.